My name is Keith Bear. I'm Vice President for Financial Markets for IBM. I was speaking about the intersection of fintechs and blockchain. So we see an awful large number of fintechs that are taking advantage of blockchain technology. Some of the challenges they face as they grow their businesses working with the banks and financial markets institutions. The opportunities for us are really at the end of the day, how do we better serve our clients? So our clients are the major banks and financial institutions. They're struggling obviously with significant need to innovate, to understand how the risk of disruption may start to pervade into their business, understanding what the roles are of fintechs in particular as part of that transition. And in order to work with our clients more effectively, we really need to have a kind of a triangle, if you like, between what we offer to our clients in terms of technology and services, what the bank consumes and what they need in terms of being able to perform their business more effectively, and then the fintech community and as a source of innovation and how that innovation could be integrated and better delivering value within the institutions that we're working with. There's two I would highlight, I think, and they're kind of connected with some of the questions you mentioned. So in terms of adoption in particular, one of the challenges, I think, is the fintechs finding the right client that has the problem that they've got the technology to solve. But also from the bank's point of view, with all the gamut of fintechs that are out there, finding the one which is the best match and can deliver the value as opposed to just a short elevator pitch at the beginning of a dialogue. So I think that discovery process and the early proof of value process is really critical. And some of the efforts that we were talking about today in terms of Innate Finance, the industry sandbox, initiatives around certification and reference architectures are a means of being able to address that kind of connection. The other element, I think, which is more specific to blockchain is all about building business networks across multiple parties. Technology is a key part of that. The fintech obviously have a significant role to play in terms of bringing that technology to market. But to realize value, it's all about the building of the network. So there's a real need for collaboration between the fintechs bringing innovation together with firms like ourselves that can provide complementary technology and the large services, heavy lifting that's required, as well as the key client relationships to deliver that. So I mentioned earlier, for example, the work we're doing on digital identity with a group of Canadian banks, which is a combination of secure key as a fintech, blockchain technology, and the heavy lifting kind of element that IBM represents, and then the banks themselves that are the consumers that really have a strong need to provide more effective approaches to digital identity, especially given the complexity around regulation at the moment, to improve customer service as a result of that. So I think the wonderful thing about the FinTech World Forum that's running here at the moment is just the cross-section of the community, obviously a very large community representing banks, fintechs, service providers, technology firms, etc. But that, for me, is typified by the queue of people I had calling up to talk to me after I was presenting, which represented everything from a global asset manager, 2 or 3 fintechs, major bank, etc., all of which I think is not so much a reflection on my speech, but a reflection on the high quality of the audience, the high quality of the attendees, and the diversity, I think, of talent, skill, and experience from the left-hand side, from the banks right through to the small fintechs on the other side.